viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a best of 3 between Puck in the top right corner and QXC as the Terran in the top left. So Terran versus Protoss, we have seen those before this week, but it's quite alright. I mean, it's a good matchup, so it's definitely possible we're going to see something different, and that is what I'm kind of hoping for. So yeah, both of these players really good. QXC is a little bit lower on the ranking than Puck, so yeah, I'm expecting Puck to do a little bit better. For now, we see Pylon coming up, we see Supply Depot coming up. It's nothing special, it is kind of the standard way to go, because obviously you only have so many resources, so you can only do that much. And obviously we're going to see some barracks after this, we're going to see probably a gateway, but I don't know why he put it all the way over there, so maybe he's planning to do something else. No, just a gateway behind his minerals, blocking the walkthrough here, and that will make it harder to defend against drops, I would have to say. Obviously, it does give you the pylon range in the back, so you can actually warp in like stalkers and zealots in the back here if there is a drop coming in. So maybe that's the tactic here. I'm not actually sure, because it does make it harder to defend that. But yeah, well, these guys, they think about their strategies, so I'm assuming they know what they're doing. And we are going to go command center, and no expansion here for our Protoss player. He is going to scout, and he's going to find out that he is behind. And well, when you're behind, that kind of sucks really early game. Cybernetic score coming up, that means that, well, he kind of occupies all of this space, and as I said, it makes it so much harder to protect against drops. But yeah, well, maybe this is just a good map for him, because there is no dropping normally. But anyway, we are going to scout this. He sees that the extra base is coming up. He sees that there's barracks and barracks coming up. So going for a straight up command center into double barracks to make up for that. And that means that by the time, well, this gateway kind of is doing anything, yeah, he will be up to the normal marine count, and there will be nothing this Protoss player can do against it. So it is a little bit risky in the beginning, but the risk is really minimal if you consider that, well, from the moment the first barracks is built, you actually have some defense. And as long as your opponent doesn't scout this, you actually get a pretty nice advantage here from your command center, especially orbital command, of course. And well, that's something that, well, he can kind of use to his advantage here, I would have to say. So mothership core coming up. Obviously, he wants to produce that as soon as possible, so that it can start charging that energy, making use of the Nexus cannons, as well as, of course, the slow field that it has, the time warp, I think it's called. Anyway, yeah, just sentries coming up. You will be producing some stalkers later on, I have to assume. Once this research is done, it normally is, well, kind of the focus. I don't really understand why he's building the sentries, because sentries are really normally used to prevent early rushes and things like that. Yeah, well, they do have to regenerate energy, but they're not really good at holding off scouts and things like that, unless they can wall off the ramp. But obviously, you have the mothership core to prevent the scout from coming in. I guess he just wants to regenerate or generate that energy, and just get it charged up as much as possible. In the meantime, we do see, yeah, the group of Marines coming in. Our QXC here, he knows that he's ahead, because he knows that he expanded as soon as he could. And really, yeah, there's nothing his opponent could have done against that. The double barracks do generate a pretty nice army, and that is exactly what's going on here. So yeah, the Nexus cannon exactly there in time. You can see that the energy is only at 20, and that means that, well, he got his mothership core that early to kind of generate that energy. Obviously, that was his defense strategy, to have the Nexus defend itself, and then of course the mothership core can, well, it can shoot a couple of times to, well, prevent people from just walking in there or walking past the Nexus. And obviously the sentries will help in that as well. So I guess the sentries weren't a total waste, because, well, there are many Marines coming in. And he will need to generate some actual army though, because, well, many Marines coming in, and he is scouting around to see if there's anything in, well, near his base, so any cheese coming up, but nope, there is nothing to be found, as we can clearly see. And wow, 4 sentries, that is a lot of sentry power. That means he kind of wants to wall off this thingy here, and or he's going to go for, wow, hallucination. Yeah, you don't see hallucination quite that much, because it's only there to scout around a little bit, and that's really all it's used for. It is useful to get extra units in your army, but yeah, people don't use it for that. I guess the sentries are just too valuable to use them like that. And yeah, as you can see, the scouting information is still very good. By the way, if you hear anything that is not supposed to be in the cast, that is my cat running around on my desk here. And yeah, well, she kind of tends to make a mess of things, but that is the way it is. So yeah, just farming it up. It seems that our Terran player is perfectly happy, just well, getting more and more resources. It is, however, not the standard approach, because normally when you're ahead, and he was ahead in the economy as well as in the army count because of that economic advantage, normally we see them well, moving forward and just trying to get some damage done. But yeah, in this case, he only tried once and then didn't really come back after the Nexus cannon, well, just pushed him out. And he is now going to try it again. No medevacs yet. He does have a pretty nice army here, though. Zealot retreats. He is, well, he's kind of thinking that, yeah, it's not very useful to just be here. And there's no reason for him to be there. Here comes the first fight. The first fight is actually going to be in the advantage of our Protoss player, although he didn't get that much done. The stim damaged him pretty hard. However, the medevacs are now coming in. I'm not sure why he came up with such late medevacs, but, well, it did work out, because his opponent really didn't expect medevacs to be there, because they would have been there with the push. And yeah, they weren't there. Wow, 4 of the gateways just completely out of juice. That means that, yeah, there's not a lot he can do with those. And he's going to have to rebuild the pylons. Obviously going to build 2 now, 3 even, to make sure that that doesn't happen again. And as you can see, well, he's healing up and he's coming back in. And this time, however, is it going to be enough? No. Well, it is actually going to be enough. The Marines, although he lost quite a few Marines, or quite a few, he lost a few Marines, he is still being aggressive here, because he can put his Marines on the low ground and just shoot to the high ground, making sure that he has all the opportunity in the world to just, well, retreat when he wants to. And wow, that one Marine lagging behind quite a bit. And as you can see, we are going to stim up. We're going to go in, and oh wow, that melted instantly. And the slow field goes down. He cannot follow up though. Yeah, the Archon that was there really took, and that's my cat, really took a lot of damage instantly because of that stim, obviously. And the stim is just such a huge weapon. But I did not expect the Archon to melt that quickly. So, yeah, there is a Widow Mine over here. And that Widow Mine is going to make a casualty somewhere. Oh, it is almost a casualty. But the shield's just enough on the Mothership Core. Well, I guess the health just enough on the Mothership Core. 4 HP remaining. And we are going to go in once again as the Terran player. The Terran just so aggressive with the few units that he has, but it's also such a problem for our Protoss player. Protoss player really having trouble defending against this, even though it was such a small army. And here is another small army. And that is exactly the way Terran is played nowadays. Small armies poking at whatever they can find. And wow, the feedback actually getting the medevac and damaging it quite heavily. Fortunately for him, he didn't really have that much energy on it, because you can actually lose your medevacs pretty easily. Yeah, we are going to group up with the rest of the army. The medevac just at half health, just sitting there and not dropping anything. He is, however, out now and can actually just fly away. The Marines and Marauders that were inside of it are going to drop out, and a little bit of poke going out. And look at the health bars here, so low. Everyone is so low. Storm coming out, and Storm might actually be exactly what our Protoss player needed. Such small armies though, and oh, all of the SCVs get through, but yeah, is this going to be good enough? Because, well, the Marines and Marauders are still very, very low. There's no way he can heal that up, and wow, the stim packs just took them down even more. But yeah, I guess this is GG. Yeah, it had to be. Such a nice push after he got pushed, well, into his own base. He just, well, he had to defend first over here. He got pushed into his own base. Then he defended over here, and then he realized, well, I have a pretty decent army. Let's just try it. And apparently there was not enough coming out. I don't understand how there was so little army out. He had all the opportunity in the world to build a bigger army, but apparently overextended a little bit in the building of new barracks, because these three are not finished yet. So he invested 450 minerals in this, and well, he also has 760 still available, 800 gas still available. So didn't really build as much as he could, even though, well, that was kind of the problem. He didn't have enough to hold this off. It had nothing to do with a special tactic or anything like that. He just, yeah, screwed up a little bit in the production of his army. But yeah, well, a nice game anyway. So 2 more games to play, maybe 1. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.